It's sure to be an epic night from Boardwalk Hall.
Do you compare Kovalev to Pavlik because you see some natural comparison there, or are you simply using that as the comparison because you beat Pavlik so easily?
Hard right hand by Kovalev.
On the part of many that Kovalev is an extremely heavy puncher. Does that mean nothing to you? Would guy most capable of instructing somebody else on how to beat you?
Now he embarrasses Cloud with another flush right hand.
Is keep my energy level up and throw more punches than my opponent. I had to make that adjustment. I had to add that to what's already there to the house. I'm more excited now in the last 2 or 3 years than I've been probably in the last 8 years of my career leading up to those last 2 or 3 years.
Take a look.
Rounds or less, and he has 1 draw. From Chelyabinsk, Russia, Dami Gospoda, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Kovalev-Bernard. 2 knockouts. The WBA Super and IBF light heavyweight champion of the world.
Touch gloves, good luck.
Guarantee the hot to make him respect him.
Sergey Kovalev's trainer, John David Jackson, conclusion that...
Let him go.
With any shot.
His head go.
Can land those kinds of...
You see, got Hopkins constantly on the move. That's what you have to do to an older fighter. You got to talk him down.
Down goes Hopkins on the first solid. John Pascal came back to earn a draw in the fight.
And Kovalev better be careful now. Although you had him down, Hopkins is like a wounded animal. He's going to be throwing big punches back at Kovalev.
Cut over both eyes.
Dramatically and vibrantly on the moment that Kovalev landed that right hand, and Hopkins...
And as Hopkins tried to come out, Kovalev was ready and countered that jab with a straight right over the top.
Rise out of her seat.
Like he's doing now. He's not allowing Hopkins to take his time and rest a lot. And that's what most young fighters don't do. But what he better realize is that...
have ever looked in this position.
You can show a puncher that you can take.
Him very nervous. Now he can beat him, but what he does have
to generate
fighter, he's not going to get yourself out of position. Smart now. Kovalev can do. That's what most young fighters won't do to him. And you saw there, he didn't go at his head, he hit him on the arm.
Down to go. He's too old. His feints are slow. Younger man's reflex.
Arts.
He's trying to control his emotions, not get too excited, control his breathing, not get ahead of himself. Keep doing what he...
And Bernard's not throwing.
Which is what he better do, because that's what Bernard is...
This is not a great referee.
Hopkins has just showed up.
Yep. 1-2. Hopkins left up.
Yeah, he did get caught up with the left.
Had nothing for him and sneaked him with a real good left.
That's how you work an old fighter. He can't continue to be as strong as he normally is in the late.
Meaningful punch.
The right punch to land right.
Well, if he forgets the body and keeps going to the head, the knockdown might have been fool's gold.
Yeah, but you saw how he got caught with a shot just then, looking for a headshot. That's what Bernard wants.
Every time Bernard walks himself into a corner, you can almost feel Kovalev salivating. Caught him with another hard shot there. Kovalev rallied to end the round.
Okay, get him loose. No thinking. No. And get him out. And every time, Kovalev.
Harold, you may be right. You so frequent. Kovalev's never been past 8.
And you believe me, that's what Hopkins is banking on.
Think about what we just said, guys. The 49-year superior conditioning.
Even under this assault, and how anxious Kovalev still seems in the corner.
But he's getting hit. Bernard is getting hit flush with...
Yeah, but he's knocking the hell out of Kovalev every chance he gets.
But Kovalev can all the way...
put you to sleep. Caught him in the corner.
Nation by Kovalev.
Kovalev.
Hopkins with the right hand to the head. This is the fight.
Round 5 of us with a right cross in
away in the first 3 or 4 rounds. You knew that he knows Kovalev has not gone. So why would he not out after the 8th round?
In the back of the head as Bernard ducked
to get on the inside of Kovalev's power. And
investing enough in his body yet, because if he would, then Bernard would start to show a little bit of a different reaction. But that's what John Davis is asking him to do, but he's not really doing enough yet. See how hot
that he's quite comfortable fighting at a... It's perfect.
What he's doing is use those old legs. That's the best thing he can do. In doing that, that wears Hopkins down as well.
I think Hopkins was hurt by something on the inside, maybe a right hook.
But see how he's making Hopkins work on defense? This is what guys don't do to fight 30 seconds of every round, and Kovalev is not.
Meaning Bernard hasn't been able to get anything done with his vaunted...
Hook on the inside. He stepped a little more wrinkle to his offense, I think.
Straight down. He landed a good right hand on the ear right there, and landed another good right hand as Hopkins
ultimately break open and show blood. Body shots.
Come on. Oh, there he is. Good shot.
The extent he's rolling.
Some of the best defense ever.
Lands right over the...
Dawson. The Chad Dawson fights are often conveniently Kovalev.
Well, the half. Dawson-style body drop.
And though Kovalev is a very different kind of fighter, and it's
still gambling after the right lead shot.
Athleticism.
Well, they didn't have the footwork to where Bernard has to stay worried. That's what those other guys. Good right hand body shot.
But tended to fade in fights and was not the fighter Kovalev is.
Can't say wasn't the fighter Kovalev does.
53, 6 rounds to nothing. Sergey Kovalev. Jeanette is doing this thing.
Enough to not right Hopkins.
The thing about the last 4 rounds of the fight, because of that, requires a kind of power that he hasn't often shown.
Bernard's hitting.
Probably the best right hand.
Crowd chanting, "Be hot."
That's a mistake he's making. Told him before.
It's one punch at a time for Bernard.
True, but the sense of they are may not be true in Kovalev's case, that it could be.
No one has ever knocked out Bernard Hopkins.
This jab with a straight right hand and a left hook, and they both kind of traded punches.
Because he knocks everyone out, and Hopkins has been hit and dropped in this fight.
Calculated risk.
As you see right there,
good body shot.
Making Hopkins use those legs, then going back to the.
Now Hopkins is in the corner, and this is.
Can't let him preserve his leg like that.
Down. Well, I thought he was going to go down. Hopkins weathered that right hand, but he's in trouble. Sure did.
A guy Hopkins' age is supposed to respond.
49.
Nope.
Active at this level.
He just hit Kovalev with a good body shot coming in, too. A good hook by Kovalev.
Woken Hopkins up.
Kovalev sticking his jab. Right hand again. Kovalev has landed.
Jab at Hopkins and follow with that same right hand over the top of Hopkins' jab. High on the top of the head. Take the punch so well. The punch landed high on the top of that alien head, and he often can take those punches because they're not on the button.
Still some. He's got the kind of.
But you see, Hopkins has never fought Kovalev has. Here he is in the
that Kovalev has ever faced as a professional.
To the 9th round, but it doesn't up to this point involve a formula for winning the fight.
To do what Hopkins is doing too to Kovalev.
By throwing 15 punches around. Patient or had that type of patience. And now he's trying to wake him up and become a little bit more entertaining in the fight.
The more fight there was in the fight, there's been enough fight.
A good right hand by whoever can hurt Kovalev here, go at him.
Yeah, but actually, Jim, the pace than a Kovalev style pace.
Averaged throwing about 38 punches per round.
The more punches he throws, so he has to be really careful with a big puncher like Kovalev. He can't waste punches. He can't take risks. He's not a risk taker anyway. Never has been.
And a guy who can cut the ring forces.
That was not so high on the head. It was right on the button.
Here.
You know, Jim, I have respect for Kovalev. Single round, gets an extra points ahead, and I don't see him slowing down one bit.
Coming in.
And Kovalev is not fighting a greedy fight. When he gets the up, doesn't give Hopkins a chance to counter anything.
He's very smart.
That's what we've learned tonight, incidentally. If we've learned anything at all about Kovalev, just a knockout destruction. Good hard left hooks by Kovalev.
It also seems Kovalev.
It's hard for Hopkins. Oh, good right hand by Hopkins.
But as Hopkins takes the risk, he opens himself up now.
Of course, that's what Hopkins wants to do.
But it does.
Oh, good hook.
Hard left hook.
1, 2, which was a great right hand, a left hook, and followed by another jab. And I think that left hook was the best left hook he's laid. Oh, good hook by Hopkins.
Do something to turn.
To keep him working. Like
Approach. And there, Kovalev remains very confident. Be a little wider now in this round.
Hopkins gets in. Take a big fight against one of the other top fighters in the divisions that this fight took place out of a reported agreement to do their young light heavyweights on the way up.
Oh! Kovalev is hurt.
Left hook.
yeah, he hurt.
Back, thought his leg was there, and it wasn't. You're in the 12th round. I don't know if on his shots, but he seemed less wary of Kovalev's punches.
Well, he caught a right hand there and he's clowning to try to tell Kovalev he wasn't hurt, but he's getting hammered with hard shots in the corner right now.
He's going to try to knock Kovalev out with what Kovalev don't realize. Right there. This is a fight that Hopkins won't Kovalev to fight. It's stupid on Kovalev's part to trade with him. If he wears
Kovalev
something
wants
out.
to knock him out.
Yeah, he does.
He's ambitious. Dominated the fight. He's got it in the bag.
Yeah, he sure is.
Seconds to go. Kovalev still trying to score a knockout.
Oh.
And right now.
And he would get Kovalev because Kovalev is in bad trouble. Just walking ahead like that with his hands down.
Kovalev hammering Bernard Hopkins from pillar to post as we get to the final bell.
And guys, there were
Threw a punch that landed on the neck and their knees. Here it is right there. You see the toes. You see the toe. He's off balance because their toes got jammed up. And that was not a real punch. It was a push to the throat. That's why Kovalev came and tried to take Hopkins out with punches like that right there. Hopkins.
Sergey.
Kovalev's got 3 of them.
Running, baby.
Here it is.
Win. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was in it, and I know what it was. I wanted to go ahead and try to the last bit to try to get a shot in, and maybe I could change things around. But I wanted to go ahead and engage because he was engaging.
Measured and economical, to say the least. Them to